Cause I'm a weatherman. Oh, my thunderstrike. Ride out the storm, I'm a weatherman. Oh, my bring light. Shake up the world, I'm the weatherman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are very happy to bring you tonight to another one of our Meet the Org series here at, believe it or not, we're here at Grim Hex. This honestly is the first time that we've done one of these at Grim Hex because generally we stay away because, well, the rats, mice, and rust tend to keep us away. But our generous hosts invited us here and bought us beer. So you know what we say, we are suckers for great hosts. Gentlemen, why don't you start with introducing yourself around the table and tell us your organization's name?
I am River Grit, and our org's name is Pax Mortis. Uh, we are a PvP org, and beside me, this handsome-looking fellow, we call him JDK. JDK, you can introduce yourself.
Hi. Yeah, as already introduced, I'm JDK. I'm part of Pax Mortis of the PXL department, which is our infantry stuff. Rivers itself it is from the pilot part, and yeah, this is what's PvP. This is how the PvP part is built up.
Excellent. So, you two gentlemen, y'all started to go into it, but what exactly are y'all's positions in the organization?
We're both leadership, but we pretty much do like different types of leadership. Like there's like an air division, there's like a ground division, and a couple other things too. Uh, but um, yeah, pretty much like PvP org is like pretty simple. Um, like just to give you a breakdown on that, like pretty much like we're all sweats here, uh, and we like to get sweaty, and like all we do is PvP. Like we don't really PvE. I don't think I remember the last time I like opened my contracts tab and I like play every single day. So it's probably been years. Um, Pretty much hang out in AC a lot, um, and we practice a lot in AC, and then we go to the PU and PvP pretty much.
So, gentlemen, speaking of sweaty, y'all are seeing the look behind us walking around dragging other people by the hair, correct? That's not just
Green Imperial.
hallucination, right?
I suggest not asking questions.
But that's
Yeah, that's OPSEC.
oh, all right. So, hey, would you say you're pirates, paramilitary organization? Do y'all do contracts, or y'all just are out to blow stuff up and?
Pretty much blow stuff up and take names. That's pretty much what we do.
We love the simple. Excellent. So, how did your organization form?
Um, Pretty much a couple guys wanting to get together and try to be like the best pilots in the verse. We also wanted to just be like a threat, um, like in the PU when we're in the PU. Pretty much started from us all being what we call Bobs, which is like a PvE player that doesn't PvP, and we all were getting killed in the PU, like first beginning of our time like playing the game, and we're like just tired of getting killed, so we're like, all right, like how do I get better? And we found PvP, and it kind of hooked us in, and so we started a PvP org, and we're about like a year old now. I think we're gonna hit like our year anniversary in a couple days, and I'd say we're doing pretty good.
Well, a year. First off, happy early anniversary.
Yeah, thank you.
Are y'all going to do anything big for your anniversary?
I
No,
don't
we're
know.
probably gonna meet up on Discord. So we have some people around. Definitely gonna
Interesting.
appreciate how far that's gone. Cause, well, I mean, yeah, building up an org from scratch, especially like in the PvP bubble, being recognized as one is definitely a great. I mean, it's been great so far. Seen from the progress side of things.
Very hard because the PvP bubble is so small, and all the orgs know each other, and all like everybody knows everybody.
No, no, thank you, sir. We're full here. No, thank you. We're not hungry. No, no, no habla cannibal. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Service here.
Yeah.
So, anyway, uh, conversation in Pat. Thank you. Thank you very much. The previous conversation we had in passing, y'all mentioned y'all were pretty high ranked in the leaderboard. Uh, do y'all have a rule of engagement? So, if someone's performing, say, Medivac in a cutting red, does that change things on your engagement? It's still engagement.
Mm, It's pretty. I mean, our whole slogan is be prepared or, be a victim. So our kind of whole mentality goes around that. That,
Thank you, Doctor.
the stronger decides what's going to happen with you, right? So
Okay.
no, we are not really, I mean, if you feel like it, yeah, sure. Like outside of that, it does. But basically want to make sure that we're the ones deciding what's going to happen.
You decide what happens. Are there any targets at all that's off limits?
Again, sorry.
Are there any targets whatsoever that's off limits?
Not really. No. Just kill everybody we see. Um,
The thing is, I guess like people that we
maybe
don't know,
streamers.
right? Yeah, probably.
Like, well, we kill streamers, but like we leave them for last. So like we like killing the whole party first, and, like the streamer for last, so they at least get content.
The thing is, you have to kind of split.
Thanks, guys.
We thought you would.
So far, we've seen like when you see someone that you don't recognize from the PvP build, right? You don't really see him as the individual, right? But rather more of a shooting, like practice shooting, right? So whenever you do see someone that you know from a different, like from a competing, like an orc, like a competing orc LR, for example, right? Then you kind of take the fight. You want to take the fight even faster because now it's about reputation, right?
Mm,
So yeah, definitely our friends are probably gonna be the ones getting shot more from us.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, so y'all are pretty elite. What are y'all recruiting?
So we're like pretty. So the way the PvP orgs work, and when I mention like PvP orgs, like there's probably only 6 out there uh, that are like the best in the game. They all work pretty much similarly. Like uh, they don't really recruit, and then you have to be pretty much asked to join, and then uh, there's like a vibe check stage where you're like you gotta like hang out in comms, make sure you vibe with everybody, make sure like all right, I think you might be a good fit. And then there's like a skill check phase where you become like a prospect. Like here we have like a prospect phase that you join where you're technically not you're not in the org yet, but you're just like prospecting or like a candidate. And you have to train, and there's like certain requirements that you have to do to like stay in that prospect phase. And then when you want to be in the org, you have to take a test. And we have a couple different tests you can take depending on what route of like position you want to be in the org, like either like air, like a pilot, or like a ground troop. And then we have tests for both of those. So we don't actively take people; it's like invite only, because like we want the best of the best in the game.
So, how do you come across these people if they're not submitting applications? And how do
Like
you?
the PvP community is like extremely small, like pretty small, and so you're really gonna find these people in like Arena Commander, who like they've really been trying, they've been grinding. We see them like, oh, like I like this name is like very familiar, like I keep on seeing them. We might reach out to them, or they might reach out to us, but like I think it's just like org like reputation, pretty much, where like they start to like you know someone might see the leaderboards and see like, oh wow, Pax is like up there pretty high. I keep on getting killed by those guys. Like I want to ask them for training. So like usually it starts with training.
Well, you mentioned phases. before you become a member. About how long does this take?
JDK, what's our PNOV
The PNOV,
prospect phase?
the
It's a
PNOV
month, right?
currently, basically, the PNOV stage is like our trial stage, which is the vibe check, right? This is 4 weeks, and from that
4 weeks.
point on, you have basically 6 months before you can pass. I mean, time before you have to pass the test for getting kicked again, which is my opinion, a big window. Usually, people have passed it after 2-3 months.
Yeah. So
So they
realistically, you join and then you train and train with our guys until you're good enough to pass the test.
and
One thing that
by then they should have either proven themselves as a pilot or ground crew.
basically, yeah.
Yes.
One thing to also keep in mind, wouldn't necessarily say we only, see people from AC as potential members from an org, right? We have enough people like in the org even right now. Just through showing interest, meeting us in PU, dying to us, and then start questioning how did they die? What if they done better, right? In a way of approaching us to like, maybe teach us stuff, like come on our Discord. That is also, I think, like one of the
That's actually you're right. That's like another big way we get people. It's like, we kill people in the PU and then they're like, "Hey, like what like y'all are like run a really tight ship. Like how'd you do that? Like can and then they ask us like, "Hey, can we like run that back? Like, can I fight you again? I just want to see how I do." Like, "Heck yeah, like absolutely." Um and
Just
then
best thing
we like
about it.
give them some tips and invite them to Discord and be like, hey, if you want to like keep on learning, like the skill gap is extremely like large, so there's a lot to learn. Um, but yeah, and then they end up enjoying themselves, and if they get the PvP bug, then they might want to be a candidate, and then we'll take it from there.
Um, how do y'all fund ship repairs, fuel, if this is all you're doing?
That's a great question. So we actually have a simp pyramid scheme. Uh, so we have a gentlewoman in our org who's a streamer, and people send her ridiculous amounts of money, and she funds us. So that's
What's up? Not the only
We may
contributor.
we may start drinking.
Hey man. I mean, outside of that, we also do contracts for people, like in a sense, like for
yes,
example, Citizen or no, what's it called? Sitcom? No, how do they call it?
Orcon.
Orcon. Thank you. Yeah, there was like one organization that specifically does con events like in game, right?
Yes,
To be
we're
able
familiar
to
with
go
it.
to.
Yes.
Okay, great, great. Yeah, but if they like, for example, hired us as security, right?
Ah,
Uh,
yep. Yep. Were you there when
yeah.
the 890 got taken over and blown up last
No, we were this year the first time.
Yeah, we weren't there last year.
year? Okay. Yeah. So they had all the
Maybe that's why we
they
got hired.
they had the VIPs on board, and it took off, and they didn't bother to make sure that no one had access to their local inventory. So when they took off, a couple people accessed their inventory and pulled out light machine guns and held everyone else hostage until they reached, got out of armistice, and then made demands. And when they weren't met, they started offing passengers, and
So
starting with the news crews. And yeah, it was a bloodbath. And then they nuked the 890.
That's
unfortunate, of
probably
course.
grief in it.
Unfortunate, of course.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Oh. Well, I mean, gotta give them credit though. Like they're trying to build something up, so I'm sure they will get there. They've already made a great decision of hiring us, so
Yeah.
definitely improving.
If you want to protect them, hire the people who are expected to train.
Pretty much.
So What are your goals for the organization?
Oh God. Oh,
Yeah. We just want
there's
to
a
be the
lot.
best.
The thing is, the reason why, I mean, one of our founders put it the best way. The reason why we want to be the best at this game, or having like a, a group of like-minded people, so we can decide whenever we want to do something, we can just do it. We don't have to ever be scared about consequences or risks or anything involved. I don't know. Maybe we decide to become one of the biggest orcs, we'll do it. Maybe we'll decide to, go out mining, and we'll still go out, fucking fly around in vultures all day and kill everyone that comes out, trying to hunt us down. It's basically,
Freedom.
yeah, complete freedom.
So your future for the org is complete freedom.
Yep. You join PAX, you're aware you can do whatever you want from now.
And you also like if you're in packs, like you also have like protection of like the whole entire org. Like we have like signal flare bots in this Discord and everything. So like if someone runs into like some trouble and like they're alone in the PU, like they can send up a signal flare and everybody gets alerted, and then like immediately like all of us hop on to like help them out and like back them up. And
Okay.
it's like a reputation thing. Like we like want to like have a good reputation of like, oh shit, like I better not like mess with these guys if I see them in PU.
So no one flies alone.
Some of our guys do, yeah.
They have the capability to do so.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Yeah.
no one when they're attacked. No one's alone.
No, never.
Yeah, no, never.
Okay. So as a response, if you had to talk to your supporters, what short thing would you say to them?
What do you mean?
If you could talk to people who support what you do, who say, "Hey, you guys are awesome. I'm behind you 100%." What would you say back to them?
He's awesome too.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that was right. The reverse, if you had to talk to your detractors, people who say, "You people suck. You're just Care Bear killers. Get a life." What would you say to them?
Put in a training ticket. There's more to the game than just box missions and bunkers.
I mean, the best way to put it, like, understand what CIG is trying to build up. You can stay the victim and, come home from work, play your 2 hours, get killed, get mad about it, or you could put in a bit of effort and learn the foundations, and now you're able to, at least survive over half of the situation that you would have lost to in beforehand. But we're offering to help.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Well, gentlemen, time is money, and these spaceways aren't going to clear themselves. So we appreciate you sitting down with us and doing this interview. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Um, waffles over pancakes, yeah.
Waffles over pancakes, yeah.
Waffles
Absolutely.
over pancakes. Well, why don't y'all tell us your Discord name and get that out there?
Uh,
Uh,
yeah,
I am River Grit.
and well, JDK 0 DER. So
Okay, and that's how you can find them on Discord. And once more, gentlemen, the name of your org?
Pax
Pax
Mortis.
Mortis.
Pax Mortis.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight to be with us with Pax Mortis. If you see them coming, just kick on your afterburners and run. That's the best advice we have. From all of us here at Fast Forecast, we wish you and yours a very pleasant evening. Gentlemen, thank you for sitting down with us.
Thank you.
thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah, 'cause I'm the weatherman. Thunderstruck, right out the storm, I'm the weatherman.